check all quadrants. Once the formation detects a threat, the aircraft split up and maneuvers aggressively to avoid being targeted. The squadron will now introduce to you a three-dimensional maneuver as they demonstrate what many pilots experience when entering the same airspace as their opponents for an air-to-air engagement. The solos will now return to give you an example of one type of air-to-air maneuver called a two-circle guns pass. The opposing aircraft will pass as close as possible and then turn into each other to create two circles in an attempt to get behind the other and gain an advantage. From the left and the right, here come the solos. Head-on encounters may be handled differently. Depending on the situation, the opponent can meet as close as possible to avoid a turning advantage, or there may be an option to blow through in order to regain energy to fight or offer the chance to escape. Let's watch now as the two-ship heading out to the right now turns back inbound to engage the four-ship entering from the left. With a closure rate of more than 320 miles per hour, the two-ship must weigh the odds of turning to fight or choose to bug out. As the four-ship turns away, let's watch from the left as the solos quickly change their mind and decide to pitch back into the fight. Let's follow the solos as they enter a combat air patrol or a cap and perform a search for the formation. This type of cap can be employed with onboard radar with assistance from an airborne command and control platform or performed visually if the threat is close. As the solos get a tally or a visual, they'll turn toward the four-ship formation, but the solos have discovered more than they expected. The Delta has switched to a line abreast, or a wall of SNJs. This formation is the same flight position used when the team SkyTypes messages. For the break.
Wow.
On command from the leader, the SkyTypers will execute a 90-degree turn and shift into a trail formation. Once in trail, they must regroup into a more effective formation in order to continue their mission. These aircraft each weigh about 5,500 pounds and use a 600 horsepower, supercharged, 9-cylinder radial engine, the Pratt & Whitney R1340, all overhauled by Tulsa Aircraft Engines. Now let's look straight ahead as the solos approach in a common air-to-air training scenario. The two solos start by flying next to each other and then split apart at the same time. Fights on is called, and the solos respond by turning back towards each other. This tests the pilot's skill avoids any other advantage going into a head-on pass. Fighter pilots call this the merge. Let's watch as the solos pitch into each other and turn in the same direction into a one-circle fight. The wing solo has more energy, causing the lead solo to turn away too soon, and it appears that an advantage is developing. As the wing solo maneuvers to take a shot, the lead solo is forced to fly in an unpredictable path in order to reverse, escape, or face the possibility of getting shot down. This is called a gun's jink. Forward air controller aircraft, also called FACs, have approached the area and confirmed there is enemy equipment on the ground. 4 aircraft are called in to strafe the targets. Look straight ahead and high as the flight of 4 aircraft approaches the enemy in an echelon or all-to-one-side formation. This formation is often seen in wartime movies and documentaries. The aircraft will roll in on a high-angle strafe to fire on the targets below. Let's watch as each aircraft then abruptly pulls up to evade enemy gunfire or the possibility of getting hit by airborne fragments from the exploding targets. Strafing for the Geico SkyTypers today are Larry Arkin with Steve Kapoor. Number 2, Chris Thomas. Number 3, Ken Johansson. And number 4, Chris Moore. As the solos now approach from behind us, they will demonstrate a radar intercept based on information received from radar on board their aircraft. Overhead, the solos have detected a group of threatening aircraft intending on attacking the target area. The solos will maneuver to gain an advantage on the other aircraft by splitting up. The solo pilots today are lead solo Tom Daly and wing solo Kevin Sinibaldi. Now let's watch as the Diamond approaches and strategically maneuvers to successfully avoid the intercept. The bomb burst! With the air-to-air threat neutralized, the bombers can now approach and destroy the remaining enemy assets on the ground. Let's look straight ahead as the solos return to finish the job. Notice how the solos continue to alter their position in order to remain unpredictable and fly under radar coverage. The solos will once again, as we see them approach just off to the right, they'll pop up to surprise the enemy on the ground and deliver their ordnance. Maneuver. The Geico SkyTypers would like to invite you to learn a little bit more about their sponsor. Geico can assist you with all of your insurance needs. During its 78-year history, Geico has received a long list of diverse honors, awards, and consumer testimonials for their impressive service to 12 million private passenger customers and 20 million vehicles. Geico's focus and care for people can be seen in every aspect of its operations. The SkyTypers partner with Geico to promote and educate people about Geico's insurance products and services rewards through team appearances, SkyTyped messages, and air show performances. Let's watch straight ahead as the solos see what they have and the diamond have in store for us. As the solos pull to the sky, the diamond will transition into a vertical diamond. Let's watch as the vertical diamond flies through the center of the heart, drawn by the solos. The team regroups for a special pass. The Geico SkyTypers would like to recognize the men responsible for keeping these vintage aircraft in such fine shape. The aircraft technicians are Frank Atria, Mike Beecroft, Mac McMillan, and Greg Coons. We also want to recognize another key member on our team, Advanced Pilot and Ground Operations Officer Jim Record. These aircraft are operated most of the year in the New York metro area and are based right up the road at Republic Airport in Farmingdale. If you'd like to see photos, videos, or simply get more information on the team, follow them on Facebook and Twitter under Geico SkyTypers, or visit the team's website at geicoskytypers.com. In addition, check out their YouTube channel for some great videos, including the In Formation webisode series. These webisodes provide an insider's look at life as an air show performer, and you can also find links to our associate sponsors, Aspen Avionics, Bendix King by Honeywell, CamGuard Aviation, Gulf Coast Avionics, Tulsa Aircraft Engines, PlaneLogix, and Wheelan Engineering. Now, as the team rejoins into a single Delta formation, the Geico SkyTypers would like to dedicate their next maneuver to the men and women in all of our armed service and all those who support the United States military. Ladies and gentlemen, directly ahead with the smoke coming on, the Geico SkyTypers Fan Pass. Watch as the Geico SkyTypers show you how all military aircraft, including the military performance teams, rejoin into a single formation. The lead aircraft starts a turn, smokes for identification, and the other aircraft add power to put their noses in front of the lead in order to fly a shorter distance. Each pilot must be aware of the position of all of the aircraft so they can rejoin as quickly and as safely as possible. The flight leader is the forwardmost member of the formation and is responsible for the direction and integrity of the entire flight. The wingmen must maintain their respective positions while constantly referencing the flight lead. A majority of the pilots on the team earned their wings through military training in the Air Force, the Navy, and the Marines. Many became commercial airline pilots after completing their military service. Follow the team in the Delta formation as they descend towards show center to complete their final maneuver, the Delta pitch up. As the pilots turn in this Delta, please give a round of applause to number 1, Larry Arkin with Steve Kapoor. Chris Thomas. Number 4, Chris Orr. Number 5, Tom Daly. And number 6, Kevin Sinibaldi. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Geico SkyTypers. would like to thank all of you for supporting this air show on this very special Memorial Day weekend and all of the great sponsors. We invite you to stop by and talk with the folks at the Geico tent today and get a team picture and some neat Geico gifts. Remember, 15 minutes.